racing fans, welcome to racing action from Flamboro Downs for this Saturday evening. Our first dash will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. Note there are no changes, races 1 or 2. No changes, races 1 or 2. In race number 3, scratched is number 4, Ashley's Best. Race 3, scratch 4, Ashley's Best. Race number 4 has no changes. No changes, race 4. In race number 5, we have a couple of equipment changes. Number 2 looks like a muscle, changing blind to open bridle, blind to open. And number 8, Badinsky, side rolls to blind bridle. That's side rolls to blind bridle. Races 6, 7, and 8 have no changes. No changes, races 6, 7, or 8. for race number 1 on parade. 1 is Monteverde, Jay Harris for Jeff Graham and Carrie Howard. Number 2, Treasured T, Austin Surrey for Francis Guillemette and Stephane Joffrey. Number 3, All-Star Goldie, Scott Golder, Steve Watson at All-Star Farms. Number 4 is Lily's Last, Jeffrey Hunt for Patrick Hunt and Goldfinger Stables. Number 5, Frenchie Hanover, Paul McKenzie for Sandy Lawrence and Sean Irvin and Travis Moore. And there goes My Pension Stables. Number 6 is Dirt, Mike Whalen for Paul Meekins and Saltwater Stable. And number 7, Give Me Carrots, Jason Ryan for Jared Bothwell. 9 is Prince of Sussex, Dale Spence for Gerard Demers and Mark LeMay. There is 8, Floyd the Freak, Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. It's a field of 9, race number 1. Well, first big dashes on this Saturday evening. Let's get a look at the field for race number 1. And, well, I want to start with number 2, Treasured T, 3 to 5 on the board. Look, this is one that made $101,000 last year in 43 starts. It's made more than $500,000 a lifetime. And this year it has been reasonably good. Not at last year's level, but, well, actually, even not that far off. Treasured D is one that last time out, racing at London, raced well, blasted to the front. Did get beaten by 1, Amigo Mio. Treasured T, a solid second, beaten a length and 3/4. Gets an inside post again. And Treasured T in Austin Surrey for the high-rolling barn of Francis Guillemette, who's got a huge win percentage on the year and a nice overall average of 418. Treasured T, 1 to 2, the one to beat. Number 1, Monteverde, makes a second start off a couple of months layoff and is one that has a win this year in 5 starts. That was a win at London February the 4th, but that was in a class below this one. Monteverde raced reasonably well at Sarnia last race, and inside post position certainly could give Monteverde a chance to get a trip. A veteran with some back class, Jay Harris, likely to get this one off the gate. Could be a trip horse in here. Monteverde is currently 12 to 1. Number 5, Frenchie Hanover, beat a lower class last time out. Was just 6th at this level 2 races ago, but maybe that last race win will have Frenchie Hanover fired up. And Frenchie Hanover did make $75,000 last year in 28 starts, so this is a decent mare. Frenchie Hanover and Paul McKenzie for Sandy Lawrence is 6 to 1. And number 9, Prince of Sussex, one that was second in this class 2 races ago. Last race, early interference, just overall a race that didn't work out well for Prince of Sussex. But he does fit in here, and he was a good earner last year, 6 to 1 on the board. Field of 9, race number 1, the gate is rolling, and it'll be Monteverde and Treasured T on the inside. In the center, it'll be All-Star Goldie, Lily's Last, Frenchie Hanover and Dirt. To the outside, Give Me Carrots and Floyd the Freak. And the second tier, Prince of Sussex. Field for race number 1. Field of 9. Buckle up. We're ready to race. They're at the start of the round. Treasured T, All-Star Goldie, and Floyd the Freak, Lily's Lass and Monteverde, and Prince of Sussex and Frenchie Hanover. Then it is back to Dirt and Give Me Carrots. Into the backstretch, Treasured T has a lead of a length and 3/4. Racing second is All-Star Goldie, and Floyd the Freak is third. Lily's Lass is fourth, and Monteverde is currently mid-pack fifth in front of Prince of Sussex. Then it is Frenchie Hanover and Dirt and Give Me Carrots. Treasure G. 1 to 9, and the board is cruising right now. 28-second opening panel. That lead is about 2 1/4 lengths, and All Star Goldie is second. Floyd the Freak is third. Lily's Last fourth, and Monteverde is fifth as they work on around the turn. Then it is back to Prince of Sussex and Frenchie Hanover, trailing pair Dirt and Give Me Carrots, and off the turn they come and they race up towards that field. They spread out as they come on past the half. Treasure T is rolling along 56-4, and they work their way to the 5/8. Treasure T and Austin Sorry is looking to bottom out the field. All Star Goldie is second, and racing third is Floyd the Freak, and fourth is Lily's Lass. Then Monteverde, Prince of Sussex, and Frenchie Hanover. Treasure T is just opened up now by about 10 lengths, and Treasure T racing by 3/4, 124-4. Treasure T leading on that final turn, and the margin just keeps on getting wider. It's out to about 15 lengths now. All Star Goldie, Lily's Lass, and we need the referee to step into the ring and stop this one because Treasure T has punched out all the opponents. Treasure T is cruising, and it is All Star Goldie trying to hold on to second over Lily's Lass. All Star Goldie, Lily's Lass, All Star Goldie and Lily's Lass, and then Frenchie Hanover. But Treasure T destroys them. 154-3. There's the winner of race number one, Treasure T. Austin Sorry with the winning drive. Treasure T, a 10-year-old Yankee Glide brown gelding owned by Francis Guillemette and Stephane Joffrey. Francis Guillemette, the trainer. Austin Sorry, the winning driver. Fifth win on the year, 39th lifetime for Treasure T. First race payouts to Treasure T, 210, 210, 210. 3 All Star Goldie 430, 330. 4 Lily Celeste 510. $2 exactor 680. Dollar try 1445. Dollar super 48.70. 20-cent super 9.74. First race, so we finish from the top, is an 8 place 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 6, 7 place 8, 5 at the bottom. Once again, from the top down after the placing, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 6, 8, 5. For race number 2 on parade, 1, Missy's Magic Man, Jason Ryan for Ron Corbett. Number 2, Boom and Bust, Paul McKenzie for Michelle LeBlanc and Carl Bagnell. And number 3 is PL Canella, Matt Dupuis for, well, Matt is the driver, trainer, and owner. And for Malone, Austin Sorry for Mark Goddard and Howard Kaufman, Bryn Mawr and Joshua Kaufman. Number 5, Final Dream, Jay Harris for Chris Bell. And number 6, Great Magic, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen. Field of 6, race number 2. Let's get a look at this field. We'll stay right there with Great Magic. Veteran that's made more than $250,000 lifetime. Last raced here in the non-winners is 6. Only managed a 7th place finish. 2 starts ago, though, in that non-winners of 6 was 3rd beaten 4. That's much tougher than here. Drops down 2 classes. Great Magic is one that did win 4 races ago at London and won by almost 4 lengths. That was in a class pretty similar to this one. Great Magic dropping down, I think has a great chance in here, and yet is 10 to 1. The Great Magic offers some value. Number 2, Boom and Bust, is one that raced in the class above this one last time out. It was 3rd, and in fact, the last time this one raced down at this level was April the 19th, won by 7.5 lengths. So Boom and Bust, Paul McKenzie for Michelle LeBlanc, is one that should come right back here and have a big chance to go boom, 2 to 1. Others, number 1, Missy's Magic Man, is one that was a winner just 2 races ago. Last race in this class, finished 5th, beaten 2.5, but could bounce back. Inside post position, had post 1 2 races ago and knew what to do with it. Missy's Magic Man is 5 to 1. And number 3, PL Canella, one that I liked last year that had some nice starts, but this year, this is just the 5th start of the year. It really hasn't been able to get rolling, although first start of the year was good, and then since then hasn't been great. But look, a couple starts in January, then took a bunch of time off and came back in April. So this is just the 3rd start off of a couple months of layoff. PL Canella has some ability and maybe could step forward here. PL Canella is also dropping down a level, 4 to 1. Fans are on number 4, Malone, 3 to 2. Also dropping out of the non-winners of 6, but didn't do much in those last 2 starts in the non-winners of 6. Was 3rd at that level 3 races ago, but beat this class last time that he dropped down to this level. It's a field of 6, but there's a lot of different possibilities in here. But I went to Great Magic dropping down. Love the 6 to 1. Gate is rolling for the 2nd. Missy's Magic Man, Boom and Bust. In the center, PL Canella, Malone to the outside, Final Dream, and Great Magic. It's a field of 6 for the 2nd. Field for the second race. Gathering speed, approaching the start. Field for the second race is at the start in the rough, and Great Magic, Malone, Boom and Bust, and Final Dream, Missy's Magic Man, and PL Canella. Great Magic trying to blast out and get the lead. Boom and Bust, though, has inside advantage, but as those two duel their way on down the backstretch, Great Magic on the outside is now going to try to come on and clear to the front of our Boom and Bust, and is able to do so. Missy's Magic Man is third. Then Malone is racing fourth, and Boom and Bust took back out and wants to reclaim the lead. And Great Magic is going to race filling the pocket. 29 the opening quarter. Boom and Bust leads, and Great Magic is second. Missy's Magic Man third. Then Malone and Final Dream, and way back PL Canella. And 29 second opening quarter, and it is Boom and Bust who's got the front. Great Magic second. Popping to the outside is Malone. Malone is racing first up third. Fourth to the inside is Missy's Magic Man. Final Dream on the outside. Boom and Bust on past the half. 59 and 1. Boom and Bust and Malone. Great Magic on the inside is racing position third. Then Missy's Magic Man and Final Dream. And on down the backstretch they go. And it is Boom and Bust who's got a lead still off that 59 and 1 half time. And the advantage right now is about a length and a half on the outside. Malone inching forward. Great Magic on the inside is racing position third and gets up a little closer in the pocket. Then there's a gap of about 3. Missy's Magic Man and Final Dream. 3/4 128 and 1, and Malone is on even terms with Boom and Bust. Great Magic is racing position third as the field reaches for the top of the stretch. Malone, Boom and Bust. Great Magic looking to dart up Mackenzie Lane. On down the stretch route they come. It's Malone, Boom and Bust, and Great Magic up the inside is getting closer, but Malone on the outside. Malone motoring to the finish is going to win. Great Magic second, Boom and Bust third. Missy's Magic Man fourth, 159 flat. There in front of us is the winner of race number 2. It's number 4, Malone. Austin Sorry, the winning drive. Malone's a 6-year-old explosive Matter Bay gelding by Howard Kaufman, Bryn Mawr, and Joshua Kaufman. The trainer is Mark Goddard. Second race, payouts 4 Malone, 360, 280, 210. 6 Great Magic, 1270 and $5 and 2 Boom and Bust, 220. $2 Exactor, 22.20. Dollar Try, 70.50. Dollar Super pays 140.75. The double pays $4.90. And fans, note in the Preakness, I'll bet you there's going to be an inquiry, an announcer's inquiry into the Preakness. Interference on the winner. Second race order finished from the top 4-3-6-1-5-2. That's 4-3-6-1-5-2 on the bottom. Field for race number 3 on parade 1 is That's What I Said, John Barrington for Janiah Gallant. Number 2 is Poppy of Mento, Jason Ryan for Shane Barrington and Kayla Hendry. 3 is choreographer Scott Golder for Scott West. 5 is Rising Dragon, Mike Whalen for Dana Lloyd. 6 is Woodmere Denver, Jay Harris for Pamela Goodale. It's a field of 5 for race number 3. Let's get a look at this field. I'm going to start with number 1, That's What I Said, and one that was a winner here 2 races ago from post 7, and last race was well back early, 10 lengths back at the quarter, yet came on to finish third, made up a fair amount of ground. That's What I Said gets an inside post. We'll see if this veteran can flash a little bit of gate speed. Certainly has plenty of back class, and John Barrington driving That's What I Said on the inside, 6-5 on the board. Number 2, Papiamento, is one that popped for back-to-back wins here back in April. And April 24th also had a second beat in the next. So April was very kind to Papiamento. And then May, it's been a different story, a 4th and an 8th. But Papiamento maybe can get things back rolling again. This is one that won 11 times last year. Papiamento, Jason Ryan for Shane Barrington, is 5-2. Some others, number 3, choreographer, raced to a third last race and second the start before him. And choreographer up 1 level for this start, but a lot of back class fits with this group. Choreographer and Scotty Golder for Scott West. Team Scott is currently 9-5. And number 6, Woodmere Denver, did finish 4th last race. Did come on a little bit in the late going to pick up a minor award. Woodmere Denver, Jay Harris for Pamela Goodale, 11-1. It's a field of 5, race number 3. Gate is rolling for the third. That's What I Said. And Papiamento on the inside. In the center, choreographer to the outside, Rising Dragon, Woodmere Denver. It's a field of 5 for race number 3. Field for the third is at the start in the rough, and Rising Dragon, Woodmere Denver, Papiamento, choreographer, and that's what I said. But Woodmere Denver is going to come right out and grab the lead. Woodmere Denver leading right now by 3 or 4 lengths over Papiamento. Then choreographer, that's what I said, and Rising Dragon is back trailing the field on the race to the opening quarter. Woodmere Denver and Jay Harris has the front. Woodmere Denver leading Papiamento by about 3 or 4 lengths right now. Then a gap of 6, and choreographer is racing third. That's what I said, and back to Rising Dragon. Field races their way on around the turn, 27 and 2, opening quarter, and it's Woodmere Denver leading the way as they come on towards us. Woodmere Denver with a lead of about 2 1/4. Papiamento and choreographer, that's what I said, is racing position 4th, and then trailing is Rising Dragon, 57 seconds the halftime. Woodmere Denver has been sharp since the get-go, off of 57.5 leads by 2.5 lengths, and Papiamento is second. Choreographer way back third, then further to the trailing pair. That's what I said. In Rising Dragon, Woodmere Denver at 6-1 is continuing on and is muscling on by 3/4 with a lead of about 3 lengths, 3/4 in 125 and 3. Woodmere Denver, Papiamento, that's what I said, is taken third from choreographer and Rising Dragon, but Woodmere Denver now getting some urging after putting up solid fractions for this class, 125 and 3. Woodmere Denver, Papiamento, and that's what I said. Woodmere Denver and Papiamento as they come to the finish. Woodmere Denver is going to win. Papiamento second, and then up the inside, Rising Dragon to get third. That's what I said, fourth. Mile of one, well, we'll give it to you later. Time of the mile, 155 and 3. 155 and 3. Third race, payout 6, Woodmere Denver, 14.20, 7.30, and $3. 2 Papiamento, 4.20, $3. 5 Rising Dragon, 2.70. $2 exactor, 54.50. Dollar try, $60. Dollar super, 180.25. The 20 cent super is 36.05. Third race, order finish from the top. 425 scratch 3-1. That's 425 scratch 3-1 on the bottom. 4, race 4 on parade 1. Fastnet Rock, Scott Calder for Matt Dupuis and Lance Wells and Lyndon Wells. Number 2 is Rocket Blast, Louis Gregg for Michel LeBlanc and Carl Bagnell. And 3 is Handsome Hank, Jay Harris for Caitlin Graham. 4 is Off-Road Hanover, Mike Whalen for Jim Whalen and Dr. Angela Whalen and Robert Eaton. Number 5, Magic Hush, Paul McKenzie for Dr. John Chandler. Number 7 is Chapter 12, Austin Surrey for Joe Squires and Martin Kepfer. And just joining us now is 6, Chasing Dreams, Jason Ryan for Mitchell Tierney and Ellie Stafford. Field of 7, race number 4. Let's get a look at this field. Well, fans, number 3, Handsome Hank, 3 to 5 on the board. Hard to take 3 to 5 on a horse that's 0 for 16 on the win column. I expected to at least get a bit of a price, but Handsome Hank is one that last race was second here in this class, and I thought it was a solid outing. It had dropped it down in class. This is one that often has faced a tougher. The last 2 tries in this class, second beaten a length from post 7, and then second last time out from post 1, and a good battling effort. Handsome Hang, 1 to 9 on the board. My top pick, but 1 to 9 on a horse that's over 16 in the win column, I would pass on that. Now look, Handsome Hang last year was good. 36 starts, 54,000, often raced above this class. Handsome Hank does fit really well in here, just not at that price. Number 7, Chapter 12, is one that raced last time out, third beaten 3 in this class, and battled well throughout the mile. Chapter 12 finished with broken equipment also. Has a couple of wins on the year. And that was at least a better start last race because the 2 previous starts, a pair of 8ths. Chapter 12 does have some ability. Outside post, though, 8 to 1. Others, number 6, Chasin' Dreams, is over 17 in the win column, one that was good last year, and most recently was just a 5th in this class. That was the race that Handsome Hank was second. Chasin' Dreams and Jason Ryan for Mitchell Tierney is 15 to 1 on the board, and one more is number 1, Fastnet Rock. Fastnet Rock and Scotty Calder for Matt Dupuis, one that's 0 for the last 49 starts. Fastnet Rock is one that's dropping substantially in class. Maybe Fastnet Rock in this level from the inside could be the big sleeper play in here, 25 to 1. Certainly 0 for 49 makes tough to take on top, but then 25 to 1 makes it interesting because it's dropping out of the non-winners of 3 class down into this level. And Fastnet Rock, you do see if you look further down the page, this one 3 starts ago was third in a non-winners of 3 and 59 and 4. Might fit okay here. One they could, maybe you could throw somewhere on the ticket at least. 25 to 1. gate is rolling for the fourth. Fastnet Rock and Rocket Blast on the inside. In the center, Handsome Hank and Off-Road Hanover and Magic Hush into the outside, Chasing Dreams in Chapter 12. It's a field of 7 for race number 4. There at the start of the off. Chapter 12 with Chasing Dreams leaving out and Handsome Hank. Then Rocket Blast is currently 4th. Then Off-Road Hanover, Fastnet Rock, and Magic Hush is trailing. Chapter 12 has got the lead. Into the backstretch they go. Chapter 12 is leading by about 4 lengths right now. Then Chasing Dreams and Handsome Hank is on the inside 3rd. Rocket Blast and Off-Road Hanover, and then it is back to Fastnet Rock at Magic Hush. Chapter 12 at 7-2 on the board, 27-3 opening quarter, and they race their way on around the turn. Chasing Dreams is 2nd. Handsome Hank 1-5 on the board is racing 3rd. Rocket Blast and Off-Road Hanover. Then it is Fastnet Rock and Magic Hush, and they race off the turn, and the field comes on towards us, and Chapter 12 and Austin Sorry has a lead of about 2.25 right now. Chasing Dreams 2nd. Handsome Hank 3rd. They race past the half, 58-2, 30-4. Second panel for Chapter 12, who's leading Chasing Dreams as they race their way on into the backstretch. And then 3rd is Handsome Hank, and racing 4th is Rocket Blast in front of Off-Road Hanover. Then it is Fastnet Rock and Magic Hush. And on down the backstretch to go. Handsome Hank, the 1-5 favorite, has stepped out from 3rd, but has a lot of work to do because Chapter 12 is trying to bankrupt this field. Leads on to 3/4 in 1:28. Chapter 12 leading. Handsome Hank now has come on to take over 2nd, but still about 5 back. But that lead is starting to shrink now. And it is Chapter 12 and Handsome Hank. In 1:28 was the 3/4 time in 3rd. Off-Road Hanover and Fastnet Rock on down the stretch drive. Chapter 12 and Handsome Hank. Chapter 12 as they come on to the finish is going to win. Handsome Hank 2nd. Then Off-Road Hanover 3rd. Fastnet Rock was 4th, 1:59-2. There's a look at the winner of the 4th race, number 7, Chapter 12. Austin Sorry, the winning drive. 5-year-old What the Hill Bay gelding, by Martin Kepfer, trained by Joe Squires. It's the driving hat trick on the evening for Austin Sorry. Mile of 1:59-2 for Chapter 12. The 4th race payout 7, Chapter 12, $943, $240. 3 Handsome Hank, $210. 4 Off-Road Hanover, $240. $2 Actor, $18.80. Dollar Trap, $19.50. Dollar Super, $67.25. Dollar pick three, 131.05. Fourth race, order of finish from the top, 4723651. That's 4723651. For the fifth race on parade, 1, Belvedere Jessica, Scott Quiller, Shane Weber, and Dr. Mike Veneri. Number 2, Looks Like a Muscle, Jason Ryan for Alan Fair and Elizabeth Fair. Number 3 is Supersonic, Hanover Jeff Hunt for Blair Burgess. Number 6, Lockdown Romeo, Bruce Richardson for John Holding. Number 4 is Massive Gold, Paul McKenzie versus Sandy Lawrence, and there goes my pension stables and Colin Davis. Number 5 is Tregaron, it's Scott Young for Robert Young. Number 7, I Have an Eagle, Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. And 8 is Butinsky, it's Austin Sorry for Mary Ratchford. Field of 8, race number 5. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, first up, we're going to look at number 5. 2 to 5 on the board is Tregaron and Scott Young driving for Robert Young. And one that, well, 3-year-old that did have 7 starts as a 2-year-old. 6 top 2s, made $107,000 in 7 starts last year. This will be now the 3rd start of the year and gets away from non-winners at 3 at Mohawk to try it here. And Trey Gaudreau hasn't done much in the first 2 starts, but this is one that obviously has some solid credentials. Did take a mark of 55 and 1 trotting last year as a 2-year-old at Mohawk. Trey Gaudreau is 1-2. Number 7, I Have an Eagle, 5-time winner last year that has just 1 win in 14 starts this year. But I Have an Eagle also is one that, well, put your eyes on that line 2 starts ago, won by 5 1/4 lengths, and that was in this class. And last race, by the way, you can disregard that chart where it says 9th by 12 at the top of the stretch. That's clearly a clerical error. I Have an Eagle is one that made a 3-wide move at 3/4 from 4th and came on to finish 3rd. I Have an Eagle, and Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley is 3-1. Number 1, Belvedere Jessica. Well, back-to-back dominant finishes in maiden class, non-winners at 2, then moved up to this level, raced reasonably well, but tired out in the late going. Maybe could be more fit in this one now, inside post, and might stick around for a big share. Belvedere Jessica, Scotty Kohler for Shane Weber, certainly has looked competitive, 7-2. And number 4, Massive Gold, was a winner in the non-winners at 2 last race, up a level. Paul McKenzie for Sandy Lawrence, 3 wins in 12 starts in the year. Massive Gold is 8-1. Gate is rolling for race number 5. Belvedere Jessica looks like a muscle and Supersonic Hanover on the inside. In the center, Massive Gold and Tracano. And to the outside, Lockdown Romeo, Ivan Eagle, Badinsky. Field of 8, race number 5 on a Saturday night at the Downs. Here they come. And the field for race number 5, gathering speed, approaching the start. And they're off. Massive Gold with Lockdown Romeo. And Trecaron is racing third. Then it is Supersonic Hanover and Belvedere Jessica. Ivan Eagle on the inside. Looks like a muscle second from last. And then Badinsky is at the butt of the field. They race on to the opening quarter. Lockdown Romeo, thou art leading by 2 lengths right now. Massive Gold is second. Tregaron, the 1-9 shot, is third. And then Supersonic Hanover is racing fourth. Then it's about 4 or 5 back to Belvedere Jessica and Eye of an Eagle. And then the trailing pair looks like a muscle and Badinsky. The field works their way off a 29 and 2 opening quarter and rolls their way on towards the half, and Lockdown Romeo leading as they come up to the half. Massive Gold is getting a trip on the inside. Tregaron still on the pylons for Scott Young and is racing third. And now coming to the outside, Ivan Eagle, and Tregaron is going to stay on the inside right now. And then also moving on the outside is Badinsky. But now Tregaron is going to slide out on the back of Ivan Eagle. And then racing on the, well, now off stride goes Massive Gold. So now taking over third is Tregaron. And racing position to fourth is Badinsky. Fifth to the inside is Supersonic Hanover. And then it is back to looks like a muscle and Belvedere Jessica. Ivan Eagle now has come on to stick a nose in front. Ivan Eagle, Lockdown Romeo, and Tregaron is racing third and closing hard and going off stride. Ivan Eagle and Tregaron broke stride. Lockdown Romeo now, thou art leading by 4 lengths as they come on down the stretch drive off that 3/4, 130 and 2. Lockdown Romeo rolling at the finish, closing hard. Supersonic Hanover, but Lockdown Romeo is going to win. Supersonic Hanover second. Then looks like a muscle, and Badinsky and Belvedere Jessica. 2 minutes and 2/5. The winner of race 5, number 6, Lockdown Romeo. The winning drive to Bruce Richardson. How about those Maple Leafs? Lockdown Romeo, 4-year-old Muscle Mass Bay Gelding, Morley Bosworth, and John Holding. John Holding also the trainer. First win in 2 seasons for Lockdown Romeo. The fifth race payouts. Number 6, Lockdown Romeo. $100.10, 29.60 and 14.50. 3, Supersonic Hanover, $24 and 9.90, and 2, Looks Like a Muscle, 14.50. The $2 exactor, Kids Papa's getting some new power tools, $2,839.80. We'll have a 20-cent trial, so 2,063.04. Super High Five carryover, and the 20-cent Pick 5, 1,999.60. Fifth race, Rundown 532-68174 scratch. That's 532-68174 scratch. Fans, don't forget tomorrow night the Charles Yarvinsky Memorial Cup, race number 10, and also race 7, the Margaret Jarvinsky Memorial Invitational. Pretty fine group as well in that one. Look at there's a number of guaranteed pools. The early pick 5 at 15,000 and the pick 4 at 10. Race 6, the high 5 guaranteed at 10,000. The late pick 5 of 15,000 guarantee, and then that late pick 4 at 10,000, and the race 10 high 5 in the Jarvinsky Cup, guaranteed 10,000. for race number 6 on parade 1, Hogwash. Scott Quilliver, Brett Lester, and Rebecca Williamson. Number 2 is Streetheart, Jason Ryan for Francis Guillemette and Jean Allaire. Number 3 is Too Much Duncan, Wayne McLean for Beverly Rice. 4, Vero Sealster, Daryl Thiessen for Gerard Demers and Marie Soleil Fontaine. 5 is What in the Esky, Dale Spence for Mackenzie Spence. 5 is What's in the Sky. 6 is Dapper Fella, Scott Young for Malik Smith. 7, Brody Scrapper, Austin Sorry for Francis Guillemette and Jean Allaire. It's a field of 7, race number 6. Well, let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 4, Favaro Sealster, 6 to 5 on the board. One that, gets to drop down to the bottom class, and that could help things out because Favaro Sealster is one that certainly could use getting things turned back around. Look, this is one that's had 20 wins since the 1st of January last year, so no, he's capable. Just hasn't been racing quite as well of late. But with the drop back down and getting into this bottom class, Favaro Sealster could be dangerous. Daryl Thiessen for Gerard Demers, and Gerard has a very nice average going this year, and Favaro Sealster certainly a good run since January 1st of last year. Favaro Sealster even money. Number 7, Brody Scrapper. Well, 17 wins since the 1st of January last year, and most recently raced from post 7 to London to finish second in this bottom class. In fact, back-to-back seconds in the bottom class. So Brody Scrapper, despite an outside post, one that has 71 wins a lifetime. Brody Scrapper, Austin Sorry for Francis Guillemette. Francis has got a huge training percentage this year, and especially in the win column, winning about a quarter of his starts. Brody Scrapper, the veteran, 3 to 1, 14-year-old in its final year of action. Others, number 2, Street Art, was okay the last couple races and maybe could build off of back-to-back fourths, and also sent up by Francis Guillemette. Street Art and Jason Ryan is one that's 7 to 2 on the board, can be a factor for a share in 1. Hogwash. Well, look at last race came first up, battled really hard, had the lead, but paid for it in the late going. This is one whose record this year hasn't been great, but I think last race really did look pretty competitive, and maybe with another start from post 1, just might be the sleeper play. Tell you at 20 to 1, I think I'd be interested in taking a shot. I know some people might just be saying, hogwash, but no, 20 to 1's a nice price. Scotty Calder on the inside for Brett Lester. Gate is rolling for the sixth. Hogwash, Street Art on the inside. In the center, Too Much Duncan, Favaro Sister, What's in the Sky, and the outside, Dapper Fella, Brody Scrapper. Field of 7, the sixth race. The field for the sixth race, gathering speed. They're at the start of the rough, and Too Much Duncan. What's in the Sky? Favaro Sealster, Street Art, Dapper Fella, Hogwash, and Brody Scrapper. The field sprints around that first turn. Too Much Duncan's got the early lead. Too Much Duncan. What's in the Sky on the outside is driving. What's in the Sky is going to come on now and take over to the front. Too Much Duncan's racing position second, but has popped out quickly, and Too Much Duncan wants to loop back around What's in the Sky and is going to be back on top with Favaro Sealster third, then a gap of 4 lengths, and fourth is Street Arm, then Dapper Fella and Hogwash and Brody's Rapper. 28 seconds opening quarter. Too Much Duncan at 8-1 as they race their way off the turn, and they come on towards us. What's in the Sky is racing second. Then Favaro Sealster has angled out now, and Favaro Sealster is working first over quickly, challenging Too Much Duncan. Then What's in the Sky on the inside, Street Art to the outside. Hogwash, a ground-saving trip, is only 3 off the lead on the inside. Fifth and sixth is Dapper Fella, and then Brody Scrapper, 57-4 halftime. Favaro Sealster is taking the lead over Too Much Duncan. Street Art is racing on the outside third. What's in the Sky is fourth. Dapper Fella, Hogwash locked down to the inside, and Brody Scrapper trailing the field. Favaro Sealster revved up now, leads by 2.5 or 3. 3/4, 126-4. And it is Favaro Sealster and Daryl Thiessen getting away a little bit now. Dapper Fella out 3 wide, trying to come on and grab second, and grab it from Street Art, and Too Much Duncan's on the inside. Then What's in the Sky, Brody Scrapper and Hogwash, and they come on down the lane. 3/4, 126-4. Favaro Sealster is the winner. What's in the Sky was second. Then Dapper Fella and Street Art, 156-2. Back in front of us, the winner of race number 6. It's number 4, Favaro Sealster. The winning drive to Daryl Thiessen. Favaro Sealster, 7-year-old control the moment. Brown gelding, owned by Gerard Demers and Marie-Soleil Fontaine. Daryl shares in ownership. Gerard Demers, the trainer, 8th win on the year. 30-second lifetime for Vero Sealster. The sixth race payouts four for Vero Sealster. 410, $3 to 10. 5, what's in the sky? 540 to 520. 6 Daprafella 490. $2 exactor 23.80. Dollar tribe 89.15. Superfecta 250 285. 20-cent super 50.57. 20-cent pick four 1579.51. The sixth race, where we finish from the top, is a 6451237. That's 6451237 on the bottom. Field for the seventh on parade one. Sequence Hanover, Paul McKenzie for Gerard Demaris and J.R. Merrois. Number two is Overend, Mike Whalen for Ron McDonald. Three, It's Not My Vault, Scott Quiller, Kim Baxter and Coyote Wind Farms. Number four, Resolve Indeed, Austin Torrey for Dominic Ladew and The Stable. Five, Green Light Go, Blair Burgess Drives and Trains for Burgess Racing 24 and James Walker and Jeremy Kratz. And number six, Vowel for Vanna, Bruce Richardson for John Holding and Morley Bosworth. And number seven, Bluebird Twinkle, Daryl Thiessen for Gerard Demaris and Antonio Tangretta and J.R. Merrois. Field of seven, race number seven. Well, fans, let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number three. It's Not My Vault. 5 wins and 8 starts last year. He's had 2 starts this year. Look, this is one that looked really good at times last year. Of course, winning 5 times, but also has a nice turn of foot. And It's Not My Vault. Look, last race, Trailer Post didn't get out well, but did a lot of work to get up, at least beaten just 2 1/4 after being more than 10 lengths back at the quarter. I think now, with her nose on the gate, leaving out of post 3, It's Not My Vault. I think it's time to rock and roll. It's Not My Vault. Nice price, 6-1. His fans have gone elsewhere, and that elsewhere is for Resolve Indeed, who, well, comes in from Mohawk, had been racing there. You do see this one last year, September the 16th at Grand River in a grassroots as a 2-year-old, good mile of 58 and 2 to finish third, and did blast out. Look, certainly there's credentials and Resolve Indeed. I anticipated being the favorite, 3-5, pretty low price. Austin, sorry for Dominic Ladew. Austin's having a really good year and already has a hat trick on the evening. Resolve Indeed, getting all the action. But I resolved to get a better price and got 3. It's Not My Vault right now at 5-1. Number 5, Green Light Go. Got the green light last race, left well, sat the pocket, and won, winning by half a length, and has 2 wins this year in 5 starts. Green Light Go, Blair Burgess driving and training. And look, this is one off that win at London. Could be coming in here with some confidence. Back in the same class. Green Light Go is 2-1. And number 1, Sequence Hanover and Paul McKenzie for Gerard Demaris was good here last start. Beaten just half a length, a mass of gold, and now again gets the inside. So Sequence Hanover might be one you have to use somewhere on the ticket, maybe high up on the ticket even. 12-1 on the board, but the fans have resolved to take the one shipping in from Mohawk. Resolve Indeed, 3-5. I'm on 3. It's Not My Vault at 5-1. Gates rolling for the seventh sequence, Hanover. Over and on the inside. It's not my fault. Resolve indeed, and green light go in the center of the outside valve for Vanna. Bluebird Twinkle, field of seven. It's race number seven. Field for the seventh race. Gathering speed. Here they come. Buckle up. Let's do this. They're at the start of the round. Vowel for Vanna, Bluebird Twinkle. Green light go. Resolve indeed. Overrand and sequence Hanover. It's not my vault is trailing the field, but right now green light go has got the lead, and on the outside, Vowel for Vanna is coming on the outside. Vowel for Vanna wants to drive up and take the lead and is grabbing it, and green light goes. Racing position second. Bluebird Twinkle went off stride. Resolve indeed is driving from third, now second, and pointed quickly towards the lead. Resolve indeed is going to grab the front. 3 to 5 on the board. Vowel for Vanna is racing second. Then green light goes. Sequence Hanover over end, and it's not my vault. 28 and 4 opening quarter. And the field races off the turn. Resolve indeed, the 3 to 5 favorite, leading as they come up towards the half. Vowel for Vanna second, and racing third. Green light go. Well, green light go. Got the green light now and is popped to the outside first over. Sequence Hanover is following second over. Then on the inside over end. And then it's not my vault as they race their way on into the backstretch off of 58 and 3 halftime. Resolve indeed with a lead of about a length and 3/4 right now. Val for Vanna is second. Off stride, it's not my vault. Green light go is third. Sequence Hanover now moves up on the outside and takes over third. Green light go on the inside is fourth, and over end is fifth. 3/4, 128 and 2, and Resolve indeed so far has shown tons of resolve. Leads by 4 or 5 lengths, and Val for Vanna trying to hold on to second over Sequence Hanover. Over end is out 3 wide, and It's Not My Vault has recovered, but is working hard, but has a lot of work still to do. Resolve indeed as they come on to the finishes. Got this one sewn up. Resolve indeed. Sequence Hanover. Then third is between It's Not My Vault and Over End. Mile of 1:59 and 1. And the inquiry Samagua pertaining to the break in stride of number 3. It's Not My Vault. Back in front of us, number 4, Resolve Indeed. Austin, sorry, with 4 on the evening. Resolve Indeed's a 3-year Resolve Brown filly, owned by the stable Resolve Indeed of Guelph and Dominic Ledoux, the trainer. First win this year, second lifetime for Resolve Indeed. 4 driving wins on the evening for Austin Surrey. Hence the judge's ruling that there were no violations of the racing regulations. Inquiry shall go off. The seventh race payouts for Resolve and D, $3.30, $3.240. One sequence head over 540 and 410, and three It's Not My Vault 270. $2 exactor 22.60, dollar try 30.70, dollar super 82.95, 20 cents super 16.59. Seventh race order finish from the top 243-1657. That's 243-1657. Pulled for the eighth on parade. One Run Like Hill, Jason Ryan for Francis Guillemette. And number 2 is Good As Him, Scott Coulter for Steve Coulter and Paul Coulter. 3 is No One, Bruce Richardson drives and trains and owns. Number 4 is Zip Me Up, Dale Spence for Mark Goddard, Howard Kaufman, Bryn Mawr, and Joshua Kaufman. Number 6, Third Time's the Dream, Mike Whalen for Jim Ellis. Number 7, Explosive Motion, Daryl Cheeson for Gerard Damaris and Michelle Fontaine. 8 is My Holy Moly, Paul McKenzie for Connie Chisholm and David Chisholm. 5 is Sicario, Brett Medina for Raphael Barres and Pamela and John Heen. And 9, Arrakis, Austin Surrey for Francis Guillemette. It is a field of 9 for race number 8, the final dash on this Saturday evening. Let's get a look at this field and also note we have that carryover. $4,266.87 carried over into the high five. And, well, we'll start with number 2, Good As Him. The money has come. 7 to 5 on the board right now for Good As Him. And is one that raced in this class last race, was 5th at the top of the stretch, and yet came from 3 1/4 back to win by half a length and has 3 wins on the year and was competitive in the preferred class at London in the 2 previous starts for Good As Him. So comes in with some really nice form. Also, you see this one with a couple of wins here in March. And Good As Him and Scotty Coulter, Steve Coulter, is right now on the board at even money. Number 3, No One. It has not had much fun at Mohawk of late, but did race very well here back in March and April. A couple of wins and a second in 3 starts before trying Mohawk. So could spark back up here. No One and Bruce Richardson. Bruce looking for a second win of the evening. No One is 11 to 1. Number 5, Sicario, is one that steps up a level off of a win. Does belong in this crowd. Has raced well in the class below this one. And did have a struggling start here April the 19th in this class, but that was post 7, backed away badly. But overall, if you look at the body of work of Sicario, there he is just standing there chilling. He's a veteran. He knows let's just relax for a while here. Sicario and Brett McDonald for Raphael Barres is on the board at 6 to 1. And one more is a number 9, Arrakis. We'll talk about veterans. 13-year-old Arrakis, who's racked up 59 lifetime wins and sent up by Francis Guillemette. Look, 11 out of 18 in the top 2 this year. Had 22 top 2 finishes last year. Arrakis is a cash machine. Has gone past $750,000 in lifetime earnings. Austin Surrey looks for a 5th win of the evening. Strong numbers coming into this one for Arrakis, and was second in this class to Good As Him last time out. Did all the heavy lifting. Arrakis will have to find different tactics probably from the trailer post, but Austin Surrey's been hot all year and hot tonight with 4 wins, 5 to 2 on Arrakis. But my top one and the top pick, number 2, Good As Him, 3 to 5. Gate is rolling for race number 8. Run Like Hill, good as him, and no one. In the center is Zip Me Up, Sicario to the outside. Third time's the dream, explosive motion, and my holy moly, second year of Rackus. It's a field of 9 for the 8th race. They are in the stretch. Here they come. And the field for race number 8 is at the start. And they're off. Sicario, no one. Good as him. Run Like Hill is fourth away. Then third time's the dream. Explosive motion. But the early advantage goes to Sicario. It's Sicario and good as him. No one is traveling fourth now. Taking back is Run Like Hill is third. And no one gets over to the pylons racing fourth. In front of Arrakis. Then it is back further to Zip Me Up. And third time's the dream. Explosive motion and my holy moly. Sicario at 4-1 for Brett McDonald. Leads past the quarter in 27-4. Good as him. The 3-5 favorite is second, and Run Like Hill is racing position third. No one is fourth right now, and racing fifth is Arrakis on the pylon still. Then it is back to Zip Me Up, and third time's the dream. My holy moly, an explosive motion off at 27-4 quarter. They come up to the half, and it is Sicario. Good as him on the inside. Run Like Hill is working first over, and no one is situated second over on the back of Run Like Hill. Arrakis fifth, about 6 off the lead. Then it is Zip Me Up, half 57-4. My holy moly has passed a couple, and they are third time the dream and explosive motion. Into the backstretch. Sicario still holds sway on the field, but that lead is just about a length and a quarter now. On the outside, Run Like Hill is getting up a little bit closer. Off stride, no one. And then good as him. And they race their way on towards three quarters. And now taking fourth is Zip Me Up in fifth, Arrakis. And then third time's the dream. And by holy moly, three quarters, 126-4. It is still Sicario. Run Like Hill, good as him, and getting a little closer. Fourth is Zip Me Up. Field turns for home. Front four have separated from the rest of the field, and it is Sicario. On down the stretch drive, Sicario, good as him up the inside. Run Like Hill on the outside. Three across the track as they come to the finish. Up the inside, good as him. Wasn't able to get there. Sicario, good as him. Run Like Hill and Zip Me Up. 157 flats. Back in front of us, the winner of race 8, 5 Sicario. 10-year-old Holiday Road Bay gelding. The winning drive to Brett McDonald. The owner is Pamela and John Heen. The trainer is Rafael Barassa. Third win this year and the 47th win lifetime for Sicario. 157 flat. Eighth race, payouts 5, Sicario, 1090, 350, 250. Too Good Is Him, 240, 210. One Run Like Hill, $3. $2 Actor, 2080. Dollar Try, $57. 20-cent High Five, 550, 102. And a double of 4 and 5, 22.30. 8th race, or we finish from the top down in program order 329. 415 786. That's 329 415 786 on the bottom. Well, fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Saturday evening. Our next live racing event tomorrow night, it's Cup Night at the Downs. First dash, 6:55 p.m. There is the field for the Charles Jaravinsky Memorial Cup. Also note the Margaret Jaravinsky Cup going race number 7 as well. Fine field of fillies and mares in that one. And just a good solid card. Tomorrow night, first dash, 6:55 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shanna.